Oh my god, is this actually a thing? Me posting 2 videos in a row on 2 separate days? This can't be happening. No, but in all seriousness, today I am announcing a brand new series called A Deeper Look Into Fortnite. And today we're going to be going into the deeper ends of competitive Fortnite, such as BloodX actually kind of teasing that Peterbot and Pollo might split up after the summit land, and Clix pretty much responding to Peterbot's terrible spawn performance yesterday, and a bunch of other clips. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get into it. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. What is going on with Peterbot and Pollo? So we actually have a clip that was actually posted on Twitter that was actually taken from BloodX's stream, claiming that Peterbot actually no longer enjoys playing with his teammate Pollo, and is teasing that him and Pollo might be splitting after the summit land.
Celebrating top 15s, bro. They were gonna split after this LAN anyway, bro. Pollo doesn't even like playing with Peter anymore, chat. They were gonna split after this LAN, chat. You remember how Pollo fired at me, chat? I have some fucking gunpowder in my gun as well, bro. I can fire back. Trust me. Trust me, there's more I can say, bro. But for the respect of Peter, bro, I'll keep quiet, man.
Now, it does seem like BloodX actually has more insider information about this whole situation. However, he's not really going to share that because of his previous feuds with Peterbot and Pollo. But me and a lot of the people that are commenting on this situation are kind of skeptical, because we have seen this dozens of times at this point throughout ever since duos came back. When like the first time this has happened, I think Peterbot actually dropped, or Pollo dropped Peterbot, and when Peterbot wanted to play with Velo, which only lasted for like a day because they went on to win the EWC finals. So we are kind of taking this with a grain of salt. We also had this situation recently when Clix and Higgs are actually contesting Peterbot and Pollo at Squibbly Shores, which pretty much forced Peterbot and Pollo to stick together to make sure Clix and Higgs do not qualify for the global championship. Do I think this is gonna happen? Most likely not. Even though Peterbot has claimed before that he doesn't really like the game that much anymore, and he's pretty much just playing it mainly because of Pollo. And I don't really see a reason Pollo would drop Peter, and the other reason is due to grief clicks out of globals. However, if they do actually split up after globals, I honestly don't know who Peterbot and Pollo will be playing with. If you guys watched my last video, we do have the announcement that Queasy is actually moving to NA to play the whole new season, the Major 2, FNCS, EWC, Div Cups, all that stuff. And Peterbot and Pollo, no, not my bad. Peterbot and Queasy are actually pretty close friends outside of the Fortnite scene, so I wouldn't be surprised if they end up playing together. As far as Pollo goes, I honestly have no idea who Pollo would even end up playing with, so it's really gonna be interesting to see what even happens between Peterbot and Pollo. I forgot to share this in my last video, but we actually did get a clip from Veno accidentally leaking his land strats.
I need a coach to make some new plans, because I just showed mine. How do your alerts get leaked? I accidentally opened my Discord server, because before I was live, I was doing my prep. Like, I was finishing prep I did last night. I did a bunch of prep last night, then I woke up the next day and then finished writing it down. And then I did it right before I went live, and then I went live and I still had the Discord open. So I'm like, yeah, it's whatever. I'm just running everyone down. Get me back to NA. Summit's over anyway.
So yeah, I think it's safe to say that Veno and Curve are not having the greatest day or time in the EU right now, and it does seem like Veno and Curve do really want to go back to NA as soon as possible after Summit. So I really am hoping that they do have a good year ahead of them and have a good globals performance, and obviously qualify to globals through the summit land. It is going to be hard for them, but they are the NA FNCS champions, so I do have faith in them. Speaking of FNCS champions, we have BloodX actually talking about if Sky and Scroll, the EU FNCS champions, Beam, Curve, and Veno Ospawn, they are not going to win summit.
Bro, chat, I just know if Sky and Scroll shoot Venom, man, and Venom is doing bad, they're not winning, man.
It's low-key, like, it doesn't make sense for them.
But Sky and Scroll were low-key running center. in the Div Cup. I feel like they weren't sitting on the hill. So like,
the 50-50 the chimney when they just
if they figure it
just
out,
land and just piss on these little chumps. You know what I mean?
the thing is, if they do that, their game becomes more RNG. So pick a struggle, you know.
One's on the roof.
Now, we actually got to see a little example of what this would look like from the first Div Cup Finals that Curve and Veno actually played in. And not to say that Sky and Scroll did bad, but they definitely did underperform to the world's expectations. And I still am predicting them to finish at least top 5 during the Summit Land, possibly even win. But at the same time, it is going to be very hard with Veno in the lobby if Veno does decide to grief Sky and Scroll. We also have another clip from Iyamzo talking about the whole off-spawn situation and how people are actually teaming on Peterbot and Pollo.
Oh, that was me. Sankari doesn't res and shoots P. Where did he get the...
I can't find the clip, but Pierre did basically just deny all these allegations. However, this is looking like a rough off spawn fight. This is basically the same situation that's going on in Latte Landing between Reet and Cooper and Agents of Ritual, and the same situation that was actually going to happen during Grants if Peterbot and Pollo did contest Clix and Higgs at Walkie Land. So, I don't know, this off-spawn score is going to be the most whack off-spawn score of all time. If both Peterbot, Pollo, and Clix and Higgs do qualify for the finals, and if Mr. Savage and Velo qualify for the finals, it's definitely going to be the biggest names contesting at one drop spot, but it's also going to be the most whack off-spawn fight of all time. But at the same time, we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. Speaking of the off-spawn, we actually had Clix responding to Pete and Pollo's absolutely horrendous off-spawn score from the Div Cup Finals yesterday, and this is what he had to say.
I gotta see what the fuck Velo was doing. 4-2? 4-2 on 2 people with the 130 ping? Hey, could we talk about that? Because I swear if that happened to me, it'd be all over fucking Twitter. Everybody would just be shit talking. But 4-2 by 2 motherfuckers on 130 ping? Yo, we gotta talk about that. Dude, but you wanna know why this is crazy? If that motherfucker did on 130 ping, dude, what the fuck are they gonna do when they're 0 ping out land? Like, are we worried about the wrong team, chat? Am I worried about the wrong team?
For your stream. He's not conning us and ruining his entire year.
Bet. Well, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. I'm gonna tell you something, Mr. Peter. You're about to see some fucking insane shit. Cause I'm gonna tell you something, Peter. Listen, I would take what you're saying as factual if you didn't get 4-1 by someone on 130 ping.
Bracket.
But
Let's go.
since you got 4-1 by someone who's on 130 ping, we gotta talk about it. We actually gotta talk about it. I'm not gonna lie. We really do.
I can already hear the Clix fans absolutely raging at Peterbot, saying, oh, Peterbot sucks, Pollo sucks. And it's definitely going to be interesting. Anyways, that's it for this video of Deeper Look Into Fortnite. Make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.